Nadiya's here now and she's bought cake.
Always.
Oh, I love when you bring cake. It's always good. It's always good. So tell me about this. Tell me about the monster, as you call it, this horrible, horrible thing. I had no idea when you were going through Bake Off and we watched you and you know, that amazing expressive face that you had, that all this was going on, all this anxiety.
Thank God I have an expressive face. Otherwise, I'd just be like this all the time. If you watch Bake Off back, I had an elastic band on my wrist up to week 6.
Right.
And that was something that I learned through just trailing through books and the internet, that actually all you do is just snap this elastic band, and it's like shock therapy. It reminds you that you're here and whatever problem you have, it's not real.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
there's no point in worrying. It's like shock therapy.
So it's kind of like a wee technique. So I've seen people do that thing where they tap sometimes.
Very
so
similar
it's
to
kind
that.
of like that. I understand. Yeah.
And week 6, that snapped off.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and I sent somebody off and said, you've got to find me an elastic band quickly. And they didn't find one. And I haven't worn one for a long period of time since.
Right.
And that doesn't mean I'm cured. It just, the way I describe my panic, I don't know when it started, but I know it started really early, and I don't remember ever feeling any differently to how I feel now. And I describe it as my monster. It's the only way I can describe it and explain it to my children is it's a monster. Some days it's in my face and it's shouting at me and I can't move because it's shouting in my face. And other days it's behind me and it taps me on my shoulder when I'm cooking or hoovering or doing something. And other days I can just put it in my pocket and just go about my day. And like today, he's in my pocket. He's just
good.
there.
I'm
just
glad.
There.
Just there or thereabouts. Because it's interesting. Ulrika was talking about that whole sort of anxiety thing, obviously brought on by the menopause, which I know you're not anywhere near at all. But it's amazing how when you look at somebody, you would never, because looking at you would think everything is absolutely perfect in your world.
I think that's the scary thing about panic disorder, is that it doesn't manifest itself in the way a cut or a bruise does. It's almost like being cut or bruised on the inside, but nobody can see it. So one of the biggest things I learned living with panic disorder was that you need to talk about it. It's so important to talk. And I always encourage my children. I say, talk. It might be the smallest problem in the world, but you're not meant to have perspective because you're children. So you talk, you tell me what's wrong. And I think that's what we don't do, is we don't talk. And I spent years not saying anything, and then thought, you know what, I need to talk about this.
Absolutely.
It's something we need to do more of.
It just shows you we really don't know what's in other people's lives, because I mean, you look at this this new book you've got here, which is all about Christmas. Yay! It's all about Christmas. I know I've said the dreaded C word, but look at your wee face on that book. It looks like you've not got a care in the world.
It's a lot of makeup.
But no, you look stunning, and it's all happy, and it is by and large. You know, you have got a great life. Your life has changed completely since Bake Off. Of course it has, but you have those days. Yeah. Like most of us have, but for you it's just more intense, I guess.
Yeah, and my husband, the reason why I entered Bake Off was because my husband said there is something not okay with being this unwell. You can't get out of bed some days, you're sad, you know, and I've got young children and they're so intuitive and they pick it up. And he's the one who entered Bake Off. He's the one who did the application form and said, I need to see, his words were, I need to see you fly. I don't see you fly. And it's one of those things that even when I say the words, it scares me, because some days I fly, other days I want to hide under my duvet. But
still, even now?
Yeah.
But Bake Off, you said, saved you. And in many ways it did save you and gave you a completely new lease of life. OK, it's not away completely, but it's better.
Yeah, of course. I get to channel my anxiety, my sadness, my fears through writing. And I've been writing a lot longer than I've been cooking or baking.
And looking ahead, you know, to Christmas and better things, this is a perfect present.
I wrote the book about 7 months ago, so I've been celebrating Christmas for a long time. But it's honestly, when I look, this is like having the best photo album, because the kids are involved.
They are.
And when I thought about this book, I thought, right,
it's lovely. What
is it? What is missing? What is this something? And my kids came into the kitchen one day and they can't wait till bedtime. Mummy, please, can you read this chapter? Mummy, please. Yep, OK. And so I was in the middle of cooking and I stopped everything. I said, right, come on then, let's sit on the floor, read this chapter. And it was like a light bulb moment. I thought, that's it. I'm going to write a book where there's stories and recipes all combined. There's recipes in there that I've taken from the things that I do with my kids for Christmas.
Nadiya, thank you so much. Bake me a festive story. It's gorgeous. And a perfect Christmas present, and lovely to see you. Thank you. Thank you so much indeed.